He learns a little bit about how to be the sort of king who'll have a round table rather than a rectangular one, I suppose. Who'll understand that equality is important.
My lord?
Guinevere, it's good of you to let me stay in your home.
The episode's really about Arthur and Gwen. Arthur goes on this quest to try and prove himself on his own merits, not because he's a prince.
I can't believe you talked me into this.
She's kind of grown up seeing this guy, Arthur, behaving in this kind of really arrogant way, and how he kind of seems to just absolutely love himself and not have any consideration for anyone else whatsoever.
Perhaps you could prepare me a bowl of hot water. I'll take it you have a bowl.
This is kind of her chance to say all that about how she's always felt about him.
I'll just walk all the way down to the well and fetch some water then, shall I?
Ugh.
Even though it's totally inappropriate because she's a servant and he's a prince, but all of a sudden they're in this different environment, you know, on her turf.
Would it kill you to say please and thank you once in a while? My lord.
More than making him angry, which she kind of initially thinks, when she kind of goes, oh, sorry, it actually kind of softens him, and he has actually listened to her, and that's when you kind of see that he does actually care about her a little bit. And so it's quite interesting to see how that relationship develops, how we kind of get to know each other, and what happens, ...
You're right. I have behaved appallingly.
Arthur's becoming older and wiser and less arrogant. You know, he was painted as a sort of arrogant prince, and slowly in Series 2, some of that goes.
One more match. Tournament will be over.
You can go back to being Prince Arthur.
We begin the romance between Arthur and Gwen early on in the series. The first kiss had to be this sort of spectacular moment.
It's always funny doing kisses with your mates, like, because, you know, we've known each other for ages now. You know, we know each other so well, it's very comfortable. It's so fairy tale. It's exactly what you thought it should be and think it should be. It's this beautiful, slow, romantic, backlit fairy tale kiss. But I think it's about time.
But not everyone in Camelot holds such affections for Arthur, and once again there's a princely price on his royal head.
He is here.
As is common occurrence in Camelot, someone wants Arthur dead. And this time it comes in the form of Myraw, played by Adrian Lester.
Legend has it you are the most feared assassin in all the known lands. Tell me, are you as ruthless as they say you are?
Arthur doesn't seem to have much luck. People generally trying to kill him all the time. So yeah, Adrian tries to kill him. Adrian Lester.
He's completely genius, you know, he just turns up, he's so gentle and so sweet, and then he can, like, kill you with his little finger.
It's been a lot of fun to play. He's a man of few words. He's simply a cold-blooded assassin.
Wherever I seem to go, I seem to be followed by some guy. If you don't see me ever again, it was him.
Sneaking into rooms, sneaking down corridors, jumping over walls. And I love doing that stuff. When I read the script, I thought, well, this gives me an opportunity to actually move around.
Adrian is formidable on camera. He was ninja-esque.
He's great. He's very menacing in the role of Myraw. I think we've seen him in a lot of things before where he's quite a nice, friendly guy, and I think this is something where you'll see a different side of Mr. Lester. So, how are you enjoying filming?
Yeah, I was just eating lunch on my own and enjoying it. It's
bit of a loner, really, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll, just like my own space and just to like,
Yeah. Whoa, where'd he come from?
Thankfully, a brave Bradley survived lunch, and filming the episode's epic jousting scenes could continue, and that was something that was hugely exciting for everyone involved.
When they film that, they film it, all with stuntmen, so none of us are working. It's a huge setup with a lot of cameras and a lot of time, and so we weren't actually working, the four of us, but we all came into work.
We all came in our normal clothes, sat down, spent the whole day watching it because it's so amazing.
The jousting was like playing three-dimensional chess. It was unbelievably complicated.
What you see was actually done. None of it was computer generated, none of it. The guys actually do flip off the back of horses and the lance do splashes and they get hit in the face.
It was hugely exciting to watch the French horse guys. I mean, it was absolutely astonishing. They are so fearless that I was sitting there having kittens. I mean, they literally throw themselves off horses. You know, they bounce on their necks. I mean, nothing seems to faze them.
Today you will fight for glory and for honour. For this is the ultimate test of courage.
Because we got to sit on the horse and kind of pull the mast down, and then the stuntman does the crazy stuff, and then I lift up and look a little tired. And great that it will look like it was me doing some of these crazy things.
They seem like they're made of iron sometimes, like, you know, lances bouncing off them.
That has got to hurt. The stunt guys that are on the show are absolutely fantastic. You see the stuff that they were doing, falling off horses, getting hit with lances that are splintering wood, and getting dragged on the stirrups by the horses at ridiculous speed. I think whenever you see it on screen, you don't sort of see how fast it is, but when you're there and watching it, the speed of it is unbelievable.
Oh! Oh! Boom! You know, the excitement was there for everyone else. I was just sat there going, I have to contain this frustration, and I'm not doing that.
You have to do the stunts for real. When a guy comes off a horse because somebody slammed a lance into him, it really is very, very dangerous.
Obviously, the first thing with the jousting was safety. The stunts were very carefully controlled. These guys have been throwing themselves off horses for years, so you can actually say to them, right, on this shot, I need you to throw yourself off a horse, land on your head with a lance splintering all over your place, and they'll go, no problem, we can do that.
The horsemen were so amazing at what they could do and so professional that it added such a level of realism to the joust that was fantastic.
But one of them did crack a rib when they were doing it.
Oh.
Basically, the ends of the jousts are balsa wood, so they shatter. But this didn't shatter right, and there was an actual piece of wood that knocked him.
Oh. Everyone's like, wow, that guy's such a good actor. You know, look at him, he's like looking as though he's really in pain. He's there going, oh my God, and he's broken this rib.
I think he's feeling that one.
The arm is just made out of plastic, and actually broke his rib, but carried on, and we didn't find out till afterwards that he'd broken his rib, and he was like, yeah, broken my rib, and you're like...
All the stunt guys come over and go, start laughing at him, and they're all like, and we're all going, no, he's going to die.
And they get up and they all sort of, you know, they don't want to tell each other that they've hurt themselves.
He was French, and I said to him the day after, so are you all right, mate? Yeah, you took a bit of a hit there. You know, some real method acting. I tried to lighten him up with a joke, and he went, don't laugh. And I went, okay, yeah, no problem.
It wasn't just the stuntmen that had a rough ride. For the production team, bringing a big tournament to the small screen was also a battle. And to make these medieval Merlin pictures, it took some thoroughly modern post-production.
From last year creating a small stadium, we thought, well, if we can create that small stadium, why not create a massive stadium that looks like Gladiator the movie?
And that's difficult because we can't on television money begin to build that.
What we did was we basically shot the jousting on a football pitch, and it just had one block of seating, a very small block of seating.
It took us 12 hours to shoot all the elements just to build the crowd. So we spend the day doing that.
And then we put in post, everything else. So the castle is put in, the crowd's put in, all the seating's put in. It added such a level of realism to the joust that was fantastic.